Oh, Trackside Mike is a familiar friend. I see Go Via Go Home or Go Home, and they make it like that. And I'm going to talk a lot about you guys tonight. So your ears are probably going to be burning. Well, they won't be because you're going to be part of the broadcast. Sean McGee, how are you? Bruce, oh, everyone's streaming in. This is fantastic. It's going to be such a fun, I'll call it show, or, 45 minutes, an hour tonight. There's so much to talk about. It was an unbelievably busy month in June. I think we actually might have set a record for the number of orders that we got out the door. And which was a surprise because I kind of thought maybe June, July, August would be slow, but it was very, very busy. Lots of fantastic events that I want to share with you, including a bunch of upcoming things. And tonight, for the first time ever, we're launching a brand new segment called Meet the Modeler. And in the basement, patiently waiting, is the modeler that you will meet in about half an hour. And I'm so excited. This is something that I really want to start doing every month, is have a featured modeler come in and, we'll talk to them. Very short segment, 10, 15 minutes. And that's going to be fun as well. Hi, Steve. How are you? I see Sean McGee. I said he was there. Did I see M&M Rails in there? Don Hennessy. This is fantastic. It's great turnout. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Everybody knows, if you've been here before, that the first order of business and the most important order of business is helping me choose the beverage for the evening. So I just ran across the street. As longtime viewers will know, that right across the street is a brewery, which is one of the reasons why this place is so much fun and so dangerous. And tonight, I didn't get a graphic up, but I'll show you what we got. We got Under the Big H. And this is a nice light, I believe 3%, 3.6%. Nice and frosty and cold, like the graphics there. If Heath joins us, I don't think I've seen Heath yet, but if Heath joins us, that's a circus beer for him. This is the heaviest beer I picked up. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's a stout at 7%, but I do like a good stout. These are all from the brewery across the street. You guys, the reason I'm telling you this is because you're going to vote. You're going to choose what I drink. Barbarian's Rare Ale, and Barbarian's is actually a steakhouse here in Toronto. Really, really good steakhouse. The kind that has the steaks that are this thick and the defibrillator on the wall. So it's a Barbarian's Rare Ale. And this is actually, if I'm allowed to cast a vote, this is my favorite. Hey, Sean McGee, how are you? Hey, Lynn McCurdy, Maurice Grimes. This is actually my favorite, but I don't get to vote. You guys get to vote. This is called Origin Story. And believe it or not, this is an oyster beer made with real oysters. And it is yummy. Look at that. The graphics on these things are pretty awesome. So tonight's choice, and to start off the festivities, tonight's choice, and Sparky, hi Sparky 107, you want me to get drunk, huh? 7%? All right, well, you guys figure it out. I've got the glass ready here, and I'll tell you one thing, it's bloody hot in the studio. This thing's a brick building, brick oven. I've actually got the door open tonight and the fan on. So hopefully there's not too much background noise. If there is, you'll let me know in the chat. But so here's the deal. We got the oyster, we got the Barbarian's Rare Ale, we got the Export Stout, which is Sparky wants to see me get all tipsy. And then we got the one my wife just voted for, which is the 3.6% Under the Big H. So what's it going to be? All right, we got one vote for the Barbarian. We got a couple votes for the Stout. Oh my gosh, it looks like the Stout's winning. Chris says Stout. Steve says Stout. Who else? Everyone's saying hi. Bruce says Stout. Man up. The oyster is a good question. What is the oyster? The oyster is a reasonable 5.5%. Lynn says Under the Big H. Roger says Stout. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know I'm going to drink them all, right? But Trackside Mike says stout. You know what? This is a beautiful, beautiful stout. Oh, and it is definitely happy to see me. All right, it is coming out. It's a sin to waste beer. All right, so the stout has been poured. The stout needs to sit for a minute. All right, and the stout has been chosen. Look at that. I think someone shook the stout on the way over here. It wasn't me. Yeah, it is dark, and it is all right. They make it like that. Wants what I don't pick. The nice thing about this stout is it's kind of cinnamon, vanilla, and chipotle peppers. So how's that? So I guess that's what makes it the Mex. It's the cinnamon, the vanilla, and the chipotle. I don't know. I don't know how I've had it before. It's actually quite good, but we'll see how that deals with and how I deal with that in the heat. All right, so on to bigger and better things here. I've made a bit of a mess, but that's normal around here at Miniature Printerland. That is Sappy Stout. Let's have a little go at it. Oh, that's good. You really get the cinnamon. I don't know whether it's coming through, whether you can taste it, but oh, you get the chipotle too. You get the cinnamon to start, and then it burns with the peppers. Okay, so I got a question. Chris, what do frozen blueberries do? Do they add flavor, or do they keep the head on the stout down? All right. Yeah, it's you know what? I think, Dawn, I think that this is so spicy, and I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to spices. I'm not big on super big spices. Flavor, yes. Spice, super hot, no. I think I will. I think after this, I'm going to have to definitely go for maybe under the big H. Okay. So, who's the Canadian Sparky? That's what I want to know. Did I just get called? Sparky is Canadian, though, isn't he? So what's going on? All right, so who's joined? Oh, hey, look at that. Hi, Human City. Hi, Heath. I was just talking about you. Look what I found. When you come to Toronto, I'm going to get you this beer. It's a circus beer. Look at that, under the big H. Actually, you know what? I'm saving this one. I'm going to put this in the bar fridge, and I'm going to save this for you when you come up to Toronto, or when I come down to New York. This has got your name on it, okay? Circus beer for you. All righty, let's get on with the show. Thanks, everyone. Let's move on with the next slide in the deck. Oh yeah, let's talk about what's been going on. June was such a fun month. I've never had so much fun rail fanning, and this really, I gotta do a shout out right now. The kudos here goes to Chris, otherwise known as Go Via or Go Home, and a bunch of his gang. So that would be They Make It Like That and M&M Rails, and I'm probably missing someone, but they organized this unbelievably fun model railroader YouTube meetup at Otter Valley. And it was so much fun to go rail fanning. I have incredible video that I shot with the drone, but it doesn't compare to the video that was put up by M&M Rails and Chris, and They Make It Like That. So linked onto my YouTube channel are a bunch of videos from this weekend in early June. And if you want a good laugh, check it out, because it was so much fun. The rail fanning was great. The camaraderie was great. Yes, I did purchase a couple things at Otter Valley, and my wife is aware of it. So you know what I got, hon. You know what I did this summer. And I'll show that to you later if time allows. but it was a fantastic event. So really the point of all this is I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Make It Like That, M&M Rails, and Go Via or Go Home. A fantastic time was had, and I think the planning is already happening for the next one. So stay tuned. Ideas are being percolated. In addition to that, and let me see if I can swap out. Let me try something here. See if I can. Okay, that's me. Trying to figure out how I can. All right, I'll stick with that. It was a really, yeah, Sean, that's true. We really couldn't have asked for a better day. And it's so much fun to meet people. And that's the point of this slide. I threw this in because I don't know whether it's the summer or the fact that we've all been hiding in our basements for the last 2 years, or the fact that things are opening up. Hey, Chris Gaggan is in. Hi, Chris. How are you? We had so much fun. I mean, everybody started popping by. It was, we've had a lot of guests here in Miniature Printerland. As I mentioned, Chris from Go Via or Go Home, he popped by and put up a fantastic video. Thanks for that. I met DJ of DJ's Trains, and I got to tell you, not to be starstruck, but I've been watching DJ's videos, and if you haven't watched DJ's videos of DJ's Trains, I've been watching his videos for probably 8 or 9 years, certainly before I had a layout. And DJ is a conductor for CSX, and he puts amazing videos together where I've learned so much about prototypical railroading from him, and my modeling has gotten better as a result of we'll come to that in a minute. It's a great comment. So yeah, DJ was really fun to meet DJ, and it was a thrill to have him by the studio. And there's a collaboration coming up soon, so watch for that. That will be coming. We'll probably talk about that next month. I think some of you might have recognized Nick here, and the bottom picture is myself and Nick. Nick runs an amazing program, an amazing company called ITLA, Imagine That Laser Art. And Nick and I collaborate on a bunch of things. Nick is the master of laser woodcut. And hang on one second, I'll be back. I'm back. If any of you ever got the 41-foot mobile home, it came with an incredible laser cut wood kit. I know it's hard to see in the plastic here. And that was done by ITLA. Unbelievable lattice work, just the finest, most incredible laser work. And Nick and I have collaborated on a number of things. If you bought a set of canoe paddles, canoes with the paddles, that's ITLA. We did a little line side shed last year. So this was the first time that Nick was in the studio. And we have got a very big collaboration coming up that I'll talk about in a month or two. And last but not least, the Evil Overlord made an appearance at Miniature Printerland, and we went rail fanning. And I tell you that Lionel Strang character, he's good luck. It might have been Lionel, might have been Bruce, but we had trains jumping out at us left, right, and center. And there's some live footage on Facebook when we got caught in between some rail crossings. Hey, that's actually a great comment. That's amazing, Steve. You know what? It was actually, I think, my first wood kit too, because I never made the line side shed. That's what I want to hear, because part of this whole thing is to try new things. And I'm excited to do collaborations with other model railroad manufacturers. So that's really great news. Thank you for mentioning that. It's good to hear. And I hope you enjoyed building it, because I really enjoyed building mine. Now, speaking of Lionel and Bruce, some of you might be aware that last year I did a scan of Lionel that was quite popular. It actually, I think, was one of the best-selling mini prints of last year. And the whole idea was scanning this little Lionel that we talked about, so you could have your own evil overlord, was that Lionel is a cancer survivor and every year does a walk called the One More Year walk from Princess Margaret Hospital in downtown Toronto up to his house in Barrie. And it's about 100 kilometers, and he walks over 4 or 5 days. It's quite an undertaking. And he has a number of corporate sponsors that chip in. Rapido was one, Fast Tracks, of course, and a number of others. Forgive me if I've forgotten some of them. But of course, Mini Prints got involved, and I'm very, very, very proud that we were able to raise over $2,100 through the sales of these little Lionels. And we donated everything. So all material, all time, everything was donated in the sales of the little Lionel. Well, it went so well last year that we decided to do it again this year. And of course, what did we have to do? Well, we had to do Lionel's sidekick, the moderately agitated mailboy in a particularly agitated state. So a couple of weeks ago, Bruce and Lionel came into the studio and we scanned Bruce sitting on some milk crates. And yeah, Don, that was a lot of Lionels. There are little Lionels everywhere. And the good news is now we are starting to sell a lot of little Bruces to go with the little Lionels. And it's looking like we'll raise even more money this year. Yes, and that's amazing. Collect them all, trade them with your friends. Need it, want it, and got it. I should mention that the money specifically goes to the psychological, I'm going to screw this up. It's the cancer oncology wing that specializes in the mental elements of cancer. So as Lionel says, cancer fries your brain. So this is the psychosocial oncology clinic that we are raising money for. And it's a great cause, and we're very, very, very proud to be part of it. And it's also a lot of fun. Scanning is something, as you know, that I'm getting into. I have picked up a new device, which I'm still playing with. Don't know how much I love it, but it's something that, I'm always looking for better ways of scanning people. And I like the technology I've got, but I want to do, even more human scanning. So that was a heck of a lot of fun. Okay, so what's this? Will you be selling them? Now that you've donated, will you still be selling them? We sell them, yeah, absolutely. If that's referring to us, we're selling the Bruces on the website, and all the money from the sales of the Lionels, which you can still buy this year, and the Bruces go directly to the charity. And your Bruce is shipped. Bruce in G scale. I don't know if I have any. I might not. But man, we printed a whole bunch of G scales. That was fun. It's almost enough to make you want to go to G scale, but not quite. No room for it. Okay, so we've talked a bit about some of the things that we've been up to. Let's see what's next. Oh yeah, we did that. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna have a sip because I'm really thirsty. Hang on. Oh yeah. Too much chatting, not enough drinking. Ooh, that has a kick. Okay, if anybody is in the Toronto area, I am inviting you down to Miniature Printerland for one of these stouts, which seems to be everywhere right now. You should see my desk. It's like resin, it gets everywhere. That thing's got a kick. And you know what? I think before I talk about my vacation, I do want to talk about inviting people down to Miniature Printerland, because I had such a blast in June with everybody coming down for a visit that I've been playing around with this idea called MiniCon. And it's not the MiniCon from Hasbro before anyone talks about that. MiniCon is a mini convention, and I want to do a one-day gathering here. And I haven't quite figured out exactly what we're going to do, but I'm thinking of a one-day at Miniature Printerland for anyone who wants to see the place. But on the agenda will be number one, Henderson's across the street, so we can sample some of these beers, which is critical. Number two, as you know, I'm in the Junction Triangle, and the Union Pearson Express stop is 5 minutes from here. And if you hop on the Union Pearson Express at Bloor, within about 8 minutes, you get down to Union Station, and you are at the Toronto Historical Museum, the Rail Historical Museum. So I figure we'll start here, we'll have a beer, we'll go on the Union Pearson Express, we will shoot down to the Rail Museum, take a look at that, then we will cab it or Uber it up to Little Canada, go for a tour there, and I'm hoping that we can get a behind the scenes tour, and I will call a few people who might be able to arrange that for us. And then we end up back here and maybe throw in some rail fanning as well. So if anybody's interested in that, if anybody wants to come up for that, or, you know, just something I'm playing with, maybe September, maybe October, you know, we'll figure it out. But that's something I'm definitely inviting you there for a drink, Sparky. You have, I think you're the only one that's gone with me across the street to Henderson's, but yeah, for sure. Now, speaking of vacation, I'm off a week today. I will be either still driving or I will be just arriving in Pennsylvania for my first cross-border road trip in, I think, 4 years. So if you live in Pennsylvania, if you are anywhere between Toronto and Reading, Pennsylvania, let me know, because I will be spending, yeah, Peter, hey, are you still coming, Peter? Are you, did you get the flight all worked out? Because yeah, Tom Stock in a week. It's about a 7.5 hour drive for me. So I will be leaving Wednesday morning. I will be booked at the hotel Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. So 4 nights. And I am really, really looking forward to this. The camaraderie, you know, Lionel asked me, you know, what I was looking forward to most. And I feel terrible because I said the ride in the Bud car, which is kind of true. I'm really looking forward to riding in a Bud car. But I think it's meeting everybody. You know, meeting everybody is definitely going to be a highlight. Oh yeah, so Sparky, you've done the drive, and you've inspired me too, because you went to Strasbourg, and I think that's the second big event. So I think on the Thursday we do the full day on the Bud car, and on the Friday we do a bus trip to Strasbourg. So I guess all of this is to say a couple things. I will be away, but don't worry. Place your orders. They will get processed while I'm gone, because I'm really only gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So three working days. And Brett is here. Brett will be working hard behind me while back there. That's Brett's chair right there. So Brett will be working super hard getting actually the Mini Prints of the Month Club out and orders out while I am down there. And if you are attending, drop me a line, because I would absolutely love to connect with you and And there might be a couple surprises. I've got 2 Tom Stock surprises up my sleeve. I'll show you one of them. That's all I'm going to show you. Okay? That's all you're going to see. So if you're going to Tom Stock, that's a little hint. Okay. And the other is super top secret. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Strasbourg, Sean. Really looking forward to it. So that's a little bit July. And the other part of this is I'll have lots of hopefully video and stuff to share on the next Mini Prints Live, which will be the first Wednesday of August. So there you go. All right, what else? Oh, okay, yeah, I think you guys some people might have tuned in for this. So part of tonight is kind of fun because I am awarding 2 $50 Mini Prints gift cards tonight. And I know that a few people have logged on. And I'm also showing you guys, the entries for the Mini Prints mini build contest. So without any further ado, I would like to hide this comment and go to the next screen. Okay, so bear with me. I'm juggling monitors here. Okay, so let me see if I can go full screen on this. Hang on one second. I got to add myself back into the stream because apparently it removes my audio. So let me... Oh, you'll have to look at it this way. Hopefully you guys can see it. So we sent out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Think Small Mini Print stickers, and we had a sticker challenge. Oh, thanks, M&M Rails. I really appreciate that. I hope this is working for everyone. I'd kind of like to flip it so that I am small and the picture is big. I don't know how to do that. Oh, I just did it. Okay. I'm liking this even better. Okay, so that's what I want to do. So this is going to work perfectly for the next series of slides. Sent out hundreds and hundreds of the Think Small Mini Print stickers, and we got 3 entries. So one of these 3 lucky people, Sean, who I think is on tonight, Chris, who I believe is on tonight, and Dan, who may or may not be on tonight. I don't think I saw Dan. Yes, that's true. It's not small, it's mini. One of the 3 of you are going to win a $50 Mini Prints gift card right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the following. Dan's number 1, Chris is number 2, Sean is number 3. I'm going to go to a random number generator. Because you're going to have to trust that I'm doing this right because I don't know how to share this portion of it. So hang on. I'm going to a random number generator on the internet. I'm going to type in a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 3. I'm going to generate, and the lucky number is 3. All right. So, Sean, congratulations. You just won a $50. Yay! $50 Mini Prints gift card. I will be in touch. So thank you for entering. And I guess the lessons here are enter contests because you win stuff, and enjoy. And yeah, the odds were pretty good. So that's amazing. And I love stickers. We're out of stickers, and I'm thinking about a new sticker. So if anybody has any sticker ideas, we're always looking for sticker ideas. We've had 5 different stickers so far, I believe. We've had Sweat the Small Stuff. We've had the crossing with the Sasquatch, the beaver, and the goose. And we have had, a whole bunch of stickers. So if anyone has a sticker idea, email me, bernard@miniprints.com. We will be coming up with a sticker. I think we should probably come up with a sticker for August, or at the very latest, absolutely 100%, there will be a new sticker in September. So always looking for sticker ideas. Let's award another $50 gift card. Anyone interested in that? All right, so the next contest, and this was really fun. So the next contest, and I did go a little contest crazy last month, was the Mini Prints tank car. And for the Mini Prints tank car, we still have a bunch left. So you can, if you don't have one and you want one, you can order these for free on miniprints.com. Just type in decal and it'll come up. There's no charge. You have to pay shipping. So you might as well order something because you're paying the $8 or whatever it is shipping anyway. But I have a limited quantity of decals left. The idea behind the decals, and we did these for our 2-year anniversary in April, was to create just a completely fictional, prototypical, but it doesn't really exist, photopolymer resin tank car. And if anyone doesn't know what photopolymer resin is the goo that I use for the resin printers. So this was just kind of a fun little thing. We had 5 entries: Bill Groder, John Sharp, John Non, Patrick Grace, and Chris again. You can totally put your decals on whatever you want. You can put the decals on, you do not need to make a tank car. As a matter of fact, I think you probably get extra bonus points if you put them on something other than a tank car. So I think you'll probably win an award. As a matter of fact, I will declare right now that there will be an award for mini print decals on something other than a print on a tanker. And that will be to determined. Yes, you can graffiti mini prints. That counts. I will have some sort of contest for that. And Dan, it's all right. You enter contest, so thank you. That's fine. And Bruce is here. Hey, everyone. Bruce is here. I don't know whether you were in the earlier, Bruce, when I showed your photo shoot. But welcome, and welcome to everybody who has joined since the beginning. All right, so I am going to, Bruce, I think what I'll probably do is they're so limited. I mean, I'm down to probably 5 or 10 of each. I've got something else to bring to Tom Stock. I hinted at it. I've got a few other sort of surprises. So there's some other things coming to Tom Stock. So I think I'm going to leave the decals online for ordering. But obviously, if you would like a set, or if anyone would like a set, let me know. And certainly I know, Bruce, you can pop down and pick them up. And if anyone wants to pop down to Miniature Printerland and pick things up, that's totally cool. Okay, and Bruce just got here, so welcome. We talked all about you earlier, and lots of people were excited with your mini print. All right, so I'm going to pick a number now from 1 to 5. Bill is 1, John is 2, Chris is 3, John is 4, and Patrick is 5. Let me go back to the random generator, and I'm going to put in a number between 1 and 5. And I'm going to hit generate. And the lucky number is 4. And who's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, John Non, you win. All right, I'm just going to make a note here. I don't think John is in. John is our winner of the Mini Prints Tank Car $50 gift card. Okay. I want to bring on our modeler soon. So I got a few more things to talk about. Let me whip through these quickly, and you guys are probably tired of hearing me. So let me show you the entries for the mini build contest, and then we're going to bring on our secret special Meet the Modeler guest. Okay. So for the mini build, there were 4 entries. The idea behind this was if you were a Mini Prints of the Month Club subscriber, of which there are many, you got as your, I believe, April entry, you got the 35-foot mobile home sent to you as part of your subscription. The contest was take that 35-foot mobile home with the decking kit and any other mini prints that you desire and make a scene. It could be a scene on your layout or it could be a diorama. Interestingly, I believe all 4 entries here were dioramas, which is completely cool, and make something out of it. And there were 4 entries. The voting for this will take place online. So over the next few days, I'm going to put all 4 entries on Facebook, and I would ask that people go on and vote for their favorite or multiple favorites. And I just wanted to share them quickly today because I think they're fantastic. So the first entry was from Joe LaRoche, and it's called Sunshine Trailer Park. And I just want to do a special shout out to Joe because I love. Oh, okay, Steve. Well, thank you. That's good to know. Joe's was a diorama that he created, and extra points go to Joe for creating a tornado in a trailer park and some cows in the tornado. I think that was just fantastic. Our second entry, which I've just been told by Steve was on his layout, is called the Backwoods Bordello. And I absolutely love that you lit it, Steve. I think that is so cool. I didn't see any photos of the inside. I don't know, it'd probably be almost impossible to photograph the inside scenes, but I can use my imagination. And I love this scene on the layout. And you're the only one, I believe, of the 4 entries that lit it from the inside. So I think it looks fantastic. So good luck to you, Steve. That's entry number 2. Entry number 3 was from Ron, called The Tire Shop. And I really love this entry because Ron took the mobile home. If I chuckle to myself, it's because somebody made a comment. We'll just hide that and come back to it. I should give Ron his moment in the sun. Ron took the mobile home and created a tire shop out of it. And I think the thing that really grabbed me about this entry, and it's so fantastic, is that he repurposed it not as a mobile home, but as something completely different. And I just thought it was inspired. Just brilliant, brilliant work. And there will be more pictures of all 4 of these entries on Facebook for you to vote on. And the final entry that I just wanted to tease you with goes to Spencer Barkley. Spencer Barkley is a very talented miniaturist that I've become friends with here in Toronto. And he built this urban oasis. And the thing is absolutely, it's huge. It's probably 12 by 12 by 12. And definitely Spencer gets the award for putting the most mini prints into a diorama. And there will be some detail shots of all 4 of these for people to take a look at. So that's just a little tease for what's coming on the Facebook page. Thank you to everybody who entered. If you are a Mini Prints of the Month Club subscriber, I try and do this type of mini build contest at least once a year. And everybody can enter. The modeling is insanely good, but the idea behind this is to take your mini prints, get them out of the box, because I know that most of us just keep them in their little boxes, paint them, get them on the layout, get them on the diorama, and have fun with them. Okay. Before I tell everybody about what's new, and I will talk about what's new in a minute, I want to introduce the featured modeler, because I promised I'd bring him on between 7:30 and 7:45 Eastern, and it is 7:30 to 7:45 Eastern. This gentleman had to be the first Meet the Modeler. He has become an incredible friend, someone who I respect. His modeling is just unbelievable. We met well over a year ago, and he is the person who is responsible for introducing me to the evil overlord. So if you have any complaints with regards to my appearance on various episodes of A Modeler's Life podcast, and yes, for those who did listen, Lionel did send me a brand new set of headsets. So without further ado, and without any explanation of what you see on this screen, I want to add my very good friend, an incredibly talented modeler, to the stream. Meet the modeler, our very first modeler, Mr. Scott Thornton. Hello, Scott.
Hello, all.
All right, I'm going to try and remove this so that it's just the two of us. And it was absolutely logical that you were the first Meet the Modeler, Scott, because this is a really interesting story about how, well, you tell the story, how we first met.
Well, how did we first meet? I'm definitely at the age where if you ask me what happened yesterday, I won't remember. So
well, I think you ordered some pelicans. I think that was the beginning of the relationship.
Okay, well, that was a good beginning because, and by the way, I feel privileged to be the first featured modeler after seeing those dioramas. My goodness, those are all excellent, and I'm looking forward to getting a better look at those. Those were all great, and casting a vote. So very neat, guys. Yeah, I am building a small branch line, and I have a signature scene, which is a river scene, and the river on the layout is a what do you call it? Like a tributary of the Mississippi River. So there's always pelicans flying around, and I thought, oh, I got to have some pelicans, and of course when I saw yours, I thought this is it, because you had not just one pelican, you had multiple pelicans with different poses, and it was an instant sale, Bernard, because they were just too good not to pick up. Man, of course, over time I've purchased many of your prints because there's just too many great designs not to add to the layout.
And that pelican led to a call from the evil overlord himself.
Yes, because at the time I had established a connection with Lionel through his podcast, and A Modeler's Life, and had been on his show, and we had met and spent time together at some RPMs. And then I had to tell him about you because you were just getting started, and your concept was so unique to the hobby. And actually, it was a very needed niche in the hobby because there was not a lot of choice. At the time when you first came out, you came out with a lot of different animals, and those animals were very needed because if you want to model a realistic scene in nature, you need certain wildlife, and you came to all of our rescue.
Well, and we were episode 160, and if people have not gone back and listened to episode 160, that was the beginning of it. It was a great episode. Sorry, I just got a message here. Let people know if Scott is on YouTube so that people can see his stuff. Are you on YouTube?
Well, I have a YouTube channel, but my YouTube is not very professional. It's more just a conglomeration of little tiny videos that I take, really just to record some things that I've been up to in the past. But I have a Facebook page that is currently I what do you call it? I put it on hold for the time
Okay.
being because I have a series that's running in Railroad Model Craftsman magazine.
I was hoping you'd talk about that.
Right, and it's basically a series called it's a branch light on a shelf, and it is covering my whole the rest of my layout build. I have a very small layout, and over the course of the next year and a half, it's going to chronicle the whole layout completion. So
It's a fabulous series. I subscribe to RMC Online, and I really enjoyed your articles.
well, thank you. I'm enjoying doing it, and of course, when I have a deadline, it pushes me to get things done on the layout. So it's a win-win for sure. Um, so my social media uh, connection is not currently up to speed. So I do have
People can
a
find you, like the Facebook page. It's the Milan Brunch. Like people can still see that, right?
it's pronounced Milan. That's the
Milan. Okay.
right.
Yeah.
And yeah, they can still see it. They just can't join it. So if they just do a search for Milan branch of the Iowa Interstate on Facebook, they'll find it and they can peruse through some of the posts. But I also have a very minimal web presence. If you just type in milanbranch.com, you'll basically just see a splash page. But I plan on adding more modeling as time goes on.
Sure. And that's Milan, right?
Correct. Just like Milan, Italy, but it's the American pronunciation is Milan.
Got it. Okay. And well, I think when this episode, I'll figure out, I don't know how to do it, but when this episode gets put on Facebook and YouTube, I can probably go back and edit the description and put the links in.
Okay. Okay.
So
great.
I will definitely do that. I'm just going to do a quick goodbye to Peter. Peter is leaving. Peter is in the UK, and it is bright and early in the UK. I guess what, plus 6-7 hours. And I'll see you next week at Tom Stock. Peter, thanks for joining us. And he says, good seeing you as well, Scott. So there's a hello to Scott from Peter.
Yeah,
I guess
wonderful.
You guys know each
Thanks,
other.
Peter. I don't know if we've ever spoken, but I know of Peter, so it's all good.
All right.
Do you want me to say anything about the Pelicans and the scene there, just briefly?
Well, I think this is fun. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't get your RMC cover, but I put the slide together because I think there's a nice progression here, because it really starts with the Pelicans, which is how we met. We ended up on an episode 160 together, and then it kind of unravels from there because there are a few more sort of stops on our journey of friendship, ending up with an episode that actually launched was it this Monday, episode 196, where Lionel revisited you and I made a guest appearance and screwed up Lionel's life.
Oh boy. Well, he's a character. He can take it, you know.
Of course.
But the Pelicans were wonderful. As you can see in that photo, everyone can see. I just call that a little scene in the river next to the one pier on the bridge there, Pelican Rock, and the four pelicans. You can see the different poses there. So it was just wonderful to have 4 different poses. In fact, that one pelican, I modeled him coming in for a landing and have some splashing water you can see there. So it just gave me an opportunity to do some creative things with the mini prints. Yeah. And I've got some other things coming up in the RMC series. In fact, not the next installment, but it publishes every other month.
Okay.
So the next installment will be in, let's see, September. And then I think the November one, I'm going to be modeling a cornfield. Okay. And mini prints will be featured in that installment because I have some pheasants that will be residing in the cornfield. So that'll be fun.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, that's good to know.
And then we also collaborated on that conveyor that you see, that everyone sees in the upper right up there next
Well,
to
and
it.
that's what I want to talk about. I mean, there've been other shenanigans there where you built something that people can listen to if they want to listen to episode 196, but there've been a few sort of collaborations, but you really brought me, and I've got to tell you, these augers, these conveyors are selling unbelievably well. And you brought me a wonderful model, which is available at Miniprints. And I actually built a little diorama myself here, which probably can't see, but I was going to show, but I'd rather show yours. Tell me about this.
Well, it's a conveyor that actually resides in the town I live in. I live in central Iowa in a town called Ames, and downtown Ames, there's a salt dealer that has a spur off the Union Pacific main line, and they receive hoppers every week of salt. I believe the salt comes from Kansas.
Okay.
And they take them from the hopper and load them into dump trucks that take the salt to the local communities all around central Iowa. And those communities store the salt for their winter road application. And they have an old conveyor that's been on site for many years. And I thought, wouldn't that be a fantastic model to develop? And I made friends with a young engineer named Alex Young, and Alex is just a whiz at CAD. And so I went down to the salt dealer and took some photographs and some dimensional sketches, and I got a hold of Alex and also talked to you, and Alex put together a fantastic CAD illustration, and we talked to you, Bernard, and you're producing that now. So it's a neat model because it's the type of line side industry that it's found everywhere across the country, and it's with one model you can create an industry. You purchase it, you paint it, you put it on your layout, you build a little pit, and you start shipping hoppers.
And it works for fertilizer, it works for salt, it works for, probably could work for sand. I mean, there's so many different commodities.
I know there's one on the Mylon branch where they use, a conveyor like that to take lava rock there's a landscape company that takes lava rock and uses a conveyor just like that with a pit and just dumps it, onto their property, and people come and buy it. So it's a really, really neat model. Alex built in a lot of detail. I think anyone who purchases one of those conveyors will not be disappointed in the quality.
Oh, it's a wonderful model. I mean, thank you for your inspiration. Thank you, Alex, for your CAD. And it printed beautifully. I mean, I'm thrilled with all elements of it. We've sold a ton of them. And it really is an industry in, about 4 or 5 square inches that just adds so much fun to a layout. It's a wonderful, wonderful model. Thank you for finding it, and thank you for bringing it to Miniprints.
Thanks for producing it and distributing it and doing everything you do, Bernard. So
no,
there's always something that is happening at Miniprints, and it's exciting because you keep producing more and more designs, which makes it incredibly fun. And they're all affordable. They're easy to add to the layout, and it's great. Somebody just asked in the chat, does anyone know the Scotty's Model Shop? That is me. I am Scotty's Model Shop. So.
You are Scotty's. Well, yeah. And there's so much to talk about. I mean, my God, we could do an entire hour. The other thing that I don't know if you saw fly by in the chat is that people were saying, hey, that's the Scott Thornton from the Proto Throttle.
Yeah, yep. The Proto Throttle with
Yeah,
in collaboration with Iowa Scaled Engineering. That's our
I
baby.
know.
So we have fun with that, and we've got since we have listening ears, we're developing a new product called the Sound Conductor that will coordinate with the Proto Throttle or with just a regular DCC controller, where the conductor will be able to utilize different sounds on two-man crews. So you guys can look forward to that. It's going to be exciting, I think. And Iowa Scaled Engineering has other products in development too, so keep an eye out.
And I love this story because, I mean, you know, it was absolutely wonderful to meet you. And I mean, it's wonderful. And this is kind of the theme for my June and July, which is, you know, it all started with the Pelican, and now we're collaborating on models and coming up with crazy ideas. And I love the fact that, you know, we're both recovering graphic designers, and you know, we've started a little bit of an online friendship. That I have to tell everybody, and I did hint before, that this item that will make a debut at Tom Stock had a lot of input from Scott. Scott and I brainstormed about this. I haven't shown it to you yet, Scott. I showed it to Lionel. He's going gaga over it, so I will show it to you later.
Okay,
but
great.
This is a third collaboration between the two of us. So full credit for this item. I think you're going to be very pleased when you see it. And no, I really appreciate you. I appreciate, you know, talking with another, you know, recovering graphic designer while you're still doing it. But, you know, I really enjoy working with you and bouncing ideas around.
Likewise. Yeah. And I look forward to future collaborations too, because I know we've got different ideas in the works. So.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to put you back down into the basement with a huge thanks. And I got to say that the bar is set very high. So I have no idea who the next Meet the Modeler is going to be, but I don't know how they're going to top this. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining. And I think everybody really enjoyed it. Does anybody have any sort of final thoughts or comments while we still have Scott here? Because I know that it's getting late. I don't usually like to go too much longer than an hour. So I've got a few more slides. But before I say goodbye to you, let's see if anyone has any thoughts or comments. Nothing that I'm seeing. All right. Well, everyone knows how to reach you, or will know how to reach you, because I will link your socials for the rebroadcast. And thank you, Scott. It was an absolute pleasure. I really appreciate you being online.
Well, thank you, Bernard. And
and people are saying, yeah, I got to link Scotty's Model Shop. Give a plug. What's your Scotty's Model Shop URL?
It's just scottysmodelshop.com.
And SCOTTYS?
Right, correct.
Okay. Thank you, Heath. That is that's a good plug. All right. I'm going to put you in the basement.
All right.
All right. Bye. Thanks, man. Okay, everybody. That was amazing. And if anyone has any ideas of who the next Meet the Modeler is going to be, let me know. I have a few thoughts, but I hope you enjoyed the segment. I hope this is something that people enjoyed. I'm going to wrap it up relatively quickly. I have a few slides I want to just share with people. If you haven't seen the things that we shared in June, we had a number of things come out. We had a lovely set of 3 kids playing baseball with a catcher, a pitcher, and a batter. Bruce, which of course I mentioned earlier. We had some traffic pylons and some traffic cones, which were inspired by the unbelievable construction that seems to be around all of us this summer, which is everywhere. Couple kids with a lemonade stand, which a number of people have commented looks remarkably like the Charlie Brown the doctor is in, psychiatric help 5 cents. So there might be a little fun I have with that later on. And the fridge, the beer fridge, or could be a beer fridge, could be an abandoned fridge. Around here, it's probably a beer fridge. There is a model that I have to show you, and you're not going to see it, which is frustrating, but I'm going to go full screen and I'm going to try and show it to you. I am so excited by this model. Hang on. Where'd it go? I got to find it for you. Let me find you. This is going to be the best model ever. I'm back. You ready for a build-up? Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a payphone. And not only is it a payphone, it's going to be almost impossible to see. But payphones have the perforated phone symbol on the side of it, and it actually printed. So I'm so excited about this. This is your classic, 1980s, 1990s AT&T payphone. We're doing two versions. We're doing the version with the pedestal, and then I'll do another version that just has the phone, that you can put on the wall. It's awesome. It does not do it justice. When you see I'm freaking out. I'm absolutely freaking out. You actually, believe it or not, can make a very mini call if you find a quarter that will fit in the machine. This turned out so beautifully. I know I'm not doing it justice. I'm just fabulously excited by this. I was thinking about that. I was thinking, Dan, about having the phone dangling. But that's coming too, actually. There's a phone booth coming too, Sparky. So, well, actually, Maurice, that's a great question. Absolutely 100% HO, S, and O scale. What a lot of people ask about is, will it be available in N scale? And my theory on N scale is the following. I will try. So it may or may not print. The problem with something that small in N scale is that you risk turning it into just no details. In HO scale, you can see the receiver, you can see the cord. I mean, I know you guys can't see it, but it's all there and it looks amazing. If N scale, maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know yet, but definitely HO, S, and O scale. Split rock, don't get me started. You're teasing me. Whoops. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to bring it home. So that's what's new. Let me go back. Let me see if I have any more slides. I don't think I do. I think that pretty much wraps up tonight. Let me just see what else we got here. We talked about that. Yeah, just the regular socials. If people are interested in what's new and exciting, of course, you can always go to the Facebook page and the Instagram page. And of course, we have the new YouTube page, which has a lot of fun videos. Every time somebody does a mini prints video, I put it into a stream called Mini Prints in the News. You will find some amazing videos from They Make It Like That. You'll find great videos from M&M Rails, and you'll find videos from Go Via or Go Home. All the videos that I mentioned previously as a result of the fantastic YouTube Modeler Meetup are all on my YouTube page if you want to check that out. That's really everything that I have for tonight. Lots of amazing models coming in July and August. Lots of collaborations that I'm super excited about with DJ, with Nick of ITLA. I'm going to basically say goodnight to everyone. If anyone has any questions or comments, I'm happy to stay on for a few minutes. I hope you enjoyed Meet the Modeler. I will link to Scott's socials, both the Scotty's Model Shop for his amazing 3D prints that he creates, as well as his Milan branch. Yes, Eminem does have great videos. Thanks, Sparky. Thanks, Sparky. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Oh, what's this? Chris, can you tell us a little bit more about this video? What's going on? And what is your YouTube channel? If you have a YouTube channel and you want to list it, feel free to throw it in the comments or email me, and I will try and link it to the video. I really appreciate everybody coming by tonight. I hope everyone had a great time. It was really fun to meet Scott Thornton. If you don't know his modeling, check it out. If you subscribe to RMC, Railroad Model Craftsman, his article series is fantastic. If you don't subscribe to RMC, check out the digital online edition. It's really affordable. And it's done. The stout is over. So I am going to close tonight off, and I'll probably drive home and then maybe have one of these with dinner tonight. Thanks, everyone. Oh, Sparky. On my trip to Pennsylvania, I will be doing a lot of live broadcasts on my way down. I will be posting a ton of videos on my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, please do. As thumbs up are appreciated, but subscriptions, when I get to 1,000 subscriptions on YouTube, I'm running a 20% off sale on everything, absolutely everything on mini prints. So if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it. It would be fantastic. We're halfway there. I'm just closing in on 500, and it was a fun stream tonight. Thanks, everyone. Good night, all. Really appreciate it. And yeah, stay. All right. Email me, bernard@miniprints.com, and we'll continue the conversation. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Sparky. Really appreciate it. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thanks. Bye-bye.